Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Alice Madness Returns. We're just going to continue forward. We just recently acquired the pepper grinder in the last episode, and now venturing forward after learning about the snouts, as you can see in the distance there, that by peppering them reveals hidden locations and secrets. Usually, at least. I also mentioned in the last episode that I was supposed to get this done the next day, which was about, at the time of this recording, was about 5 days ago. But I apologise for that. I should have gotten this up a little bit sooner, but there's a bit of decorating going on at the moment, so everything's sort of, all over the place at the moment, as well as my equipment set up and everything, so it's getting in the way. And hopefully I should be able to record at least a few more episodes before before the painting starts. It's later in the week. I figured for this episode we would talk about a little bit more about the Alice character, specifically like how she was, created, as well as, a bit of the backstory behind her. As you know, Alice is based on... Which one am I going? Is based on the Alice character from Charles Dodgson's, aka Lewis Carroll's, classic novels, Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Where the fuck am I going? As this game, takes place many years after the books. She's intended to be. I think she's intended to be the link between the characters. But the way she's portrayed in this one, she seems to have characteristics of an alternate reality Alice. For example, she seems to have like the personality and the backstory of the book character. But you notice that she looks a lot more different than how she's regularly portrayed in other forms of media. Specifically, like the Disney portrays her, for example, with blonde hair and blue eyes. Whereas this one, as you can see, portrays her as with brown hair and she has green eyes. This is probably one of the very few, if any, depictions of Alice where she's based more on her real life inspiration, Alice Liddell, than she is on the famous illustrations by what was his name? John Tenniels. I think that's how you pronounce it. Who he's illustrated her. I don't know where the hell I'm going here. Where am I going? He based his inspiration on a lady called Mary Hilton Badcock, who's a child friend of Lewis Carroll. So that's rather interesting to know that they seem to have combined elements from both. I don't think I want to go down there somehow. I think I was meant to go across those platforms and over there. I didn't think I could reach that far. Oh, can't go through there. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, there we are. See, this is what happens when you don't. It's when you leave. Is when you stay away from the game for about 5 days after promising you'd upload the next piece the next day. You get confused and lost, and then you just make yourself look incredibly dumb. A little bit about No, I can't go that way. It's too far. Is there another snout I was supposed to shoot or something? No, we can shoot that though. Keep an ear out for snouts. Well, I guess there is another one somewhere. Oh, there you are. Where'd you come from? I'm guessing some snouts only appear after you achieve certain objectives, like maybe clear out the enemies or such. So I mentioned that the Alice Little real life figure was a real life supposedly a real life friend of Lewis Carroll. A lot of a big debate for many years, which surrounded a lot of controversy, is whether or not the Alice character is actually truly based on the real life individual. Whether that's true or not is unknown, as there's little evidence to support either theory, and so it's really up to interpretation here. An interesting fact about the reference to Alice, and oh shit, is that in the first game, Alice is seen sleeping with the first book in her arms in the introduction, in the game's intro. I lost again. What am I doing? I ain't paying attention here. You know, it's in the first game. So this was technically breaking the fourth wall, which is always, this is always funny to do. This is always everybody. Let's face it, who doesn't like fourth wall jokes, especially when they're funny? But this leads to believe that Alice was a young girl who was coincidentally named after the character in the book. So it makes you wonder: is this really the Alice based on the book, or just someone who happens to coincidentally be going through these events? And so you don't really know. Oh, sake! I'm getting completely distracted here. I'm trying to read me notes about the character here, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on. Either that, or it's just refusing that Alice is just not letting me jump all over the whole way across the platforms. What is this anyway? What does that say? The mock turtle lost at sea. I'm assuming that's some sort of reference to the book, but again, I don't know, because I've never read the second book, and I haven't read the first one since school, so that's beyond me. But maybe some of you can probably point that out to me. No stupid. There we go. Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. Where was I? Oh, right, about to fight a bit more slithering ruins. Okay. Any more? No, we're done. I still haven't figured out what these teeth are for. Are they supposed to be some sort of form of currency in this game that you I think that's that may be what they're for. That's some sort of currency for when you upgrade your weapons and stuff like that. That's the only explanation I can think of why they're randomly in here. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me sooner what they're for. Oh, there's fucking more. All like black slugs. Let's go through this way, I suppose. Nothing there. Wow. Really doom and gloom all of a sudden. Oh, this isn't inviting. Okay. Ew, all this black sludge. One thing I failed to notice that I had to, when I looked up on the game, is that in the first episode, when Alice was walking down the streets and chasing after that cat, we saw these weird creatures with these unusual faces, didn't we? And I didn't know what that was. Apparently, that was meant to be the Jabberwock heads, based on the Jabberwocky character, and that's obviously instant death. So yeah, I didn't really know that until I had to sort of look that up. Just goes to show my knowledge of Alice, as well as the character and the novels, is very, very limited, if not non-existent. Wait. What are we on about? Right. Another discrepancy is that the book was first published in 1865. Whereas the fire in the game is supposed to have occurred 2 years earlier in 1863. Both of these discrepancies could be attributed to artistic license. However, it's really unknown if the real Alice Liddell possessed a copy of the original book, as it was only published after a friend urged Dodgson to publish the book sometime after its original creation. There's another nest up there. Shoot that. Get off. Read this as your life depended on it, because it does. Gather these pearly whites to prevent your premature arrival before the pearly gates. My friends can use the choppers and you'll improve your weapon's capacity. Now here we are, to see that there, that's it. Teeth obviously used for upgrading weapons. You have enough teeth for your upgrade. I'll take them from you and upgrade your weapon. Would you like to upgrade your vorpal blade or pepper grinder? Well, since we don't have enough to upgrade the pepper grinder, we'd have to upgrade the vorpal blade. It's 150 teeth. Yeah, we'll upgrade that then. Give me 150 teeth to upgrade your vorpal blade. Okay, deal. So now that's at level 2. We missed the train. Aha.
I've always hated mechanical malfunctions. This disaster is either his doing or his epitaph.
Could be either way, Alice. It could be either way. I just love how these things just magically sprout out of nowhere. Knowing full well that we just happened to turn up at that particular time. Floating on air. And then we just suddenly randomly drop. So obviously the floats for a limited time. And then slugs. That's what those things really look like. Just look like big black slugs. Another interesting fact, though, as I'm looked up upon, is that Charles Dodgson has implied that he knew the Liddell family, as his portrait is seen in the first game. And so it's making it possible that Alice and Dodgson share their versions of Wonderland together. Similarly, in this game, one of the memories you can pick up, I don't know where it is, it's of Lizzie, states that Dodgson was a clumsy sailor. Obviously, Dodgson, being Lewis Carroll. It's most likely Lewis Carroll, as I just said, as he was a friend to the Liddell family. But whether this is true or not, it's not been confirmed. So this is all really speculation and up for debate. But it does make you wonder. Alice can... Yeah, I do know that. It's getting round those with shields on that. Yeah. Yeah, have that. Look at that. Look, you chipped away about half my health there. See, my vorpal blade's not upgraded enough. It's not powerful enough to go through shields. Bit of an awkward camera angle there, but... Oh well, you're dead. So that's some interesting little backstory about Alice's character in relation to the actual person. Again, you could probably already tell that I've just sort of borrowed all this from a site. Because you could obviously tell that I'm not much of a researcher. And I'm no shame in admitting that. But I'll put a link in the description below as to pretty much where I read, where I got all this information from. You can probably read a bit more about the character as well as Alice Little as well. Lost and don't know where to go? Try using shrink where the violets grow. Does everything have to be in rhyme? While shrink sense will reveal hidden paths and clues. Well, that's right, it does, yeah. I don't want to do that. There's a hidden passage here. Collect the bottle. That's good, I could do with a drink. Hidden platform. Good thing it's not one of those hidden platforms that disappear.
It could have happened that way, Alice. You remember poor Mr. Crook died, didn't he? Dr. Wilson rejects spontaneous combustion, but I trust Mr. Dickens.
There's another pepper snout over there. Naturally, it would reveal a missing platform with another bouncing flower, whatever you want to call it, and some gold teeth. I don't know how much I don't know what these gold teeth are worth. I didn't see that. I haven't got all the buttons down for this yet. But I'll get there, don't worry about that. Cold cable car. Taxi! Lousy joke, I know. Well, I gotta have at least one lousy joke in every one of my videos. Hatter Industries. Figured the Mad Hatter would only he would create something this bizarre. And speaking of the Hatter, we seem to be entering his domain.
Almost as I remember it.
Appearances, as you know better than most, can be deceiving.
You know, that's not creepy much where you just randomly appear with that inane grin.
Dr. Bumby says change is constructive, that different is good.
Different denotes neither bad nor good, but it certainly means not the same. Find the Hatter, Alice. He knows more about different than you.
But does he know more about the difference between bad and good?
I wouldn't have thought so if you'd seen the style of his hats. You've seen some of them he wears? They look horrible.
I've managed without you so far, Cat. Return to whatever hovels home to you. I'll call.
That's right. Don't call us, we'll call you.
It's not a question of if, Alice. It's when. Now hold on, and as they say, shut up.
So
Charming. Season enemies at range with the pepper grinder. And using shrink may lead the way if you're feeling lost.
have made more graceful entrances. I suppose I must be grateful nothing's broken.
No. That's true. Some vents need to be activated by turning valves. While on the vent, you can rotate Alice. To exit the vent, press X or simply move away from it. Very well. And as you can see, with this in the new domain, Alice is now sporting a new dress. The Mad looks like the Hatter's personal choice of clothing by the looks of it. With that said, I think we'll leave the game here now for this episode, and we'll continue. I won't promise for tomorrow because, like I said, I'm hoping it will, but you know, with all this decorating going on, I wouldn't count on it. But I'm hoping it will be definitely within sometime this week. And in the next episode, I'll look up a bit more about the Mad Hatter. We'll talk a bit more about him. Again, looking at that probably just means I'll end up checking Wikipedia, but at least, you know, I'll be providing with some form of information about whilst I'm playing this game. You know, so at least it wouldn't be all bad. So, until whenever I upload the next episode, which again, hopefully will be tomorrow, I'll see you soon. But, and again, if you like this video, or if you didn't enjoy it, feel free to either like and comment, and of course subscribe for more videos just like this. Since my name is Hellkaiser Dragon, and I'll see you Sean. I'll see you soon.